Let's go. Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? It's your boy Zion Don. Yeah, we about to get into another episode. This is Flume. Hope you guys fuck with this. It's featuring KUKA and I believe Quiet Bison. So yeah, go ahead and check that shit out for sure. Shit. What's up, guys? Zion Don back with another episode of Don Talks, episode 4. That's right, another episode. Shit. Yeah, let's just jump right into this one. I've had a long couple weeks since you guys last seen me in video. I think the last time y'all seen me on video was when I was doing a spotlight episode with Husky not too long ago. Not sure what we touched on, to be honest. I think we actually have a bunked episode for this week. Actually, yeah. I don't know what we got. But yeah. So last time you guys saw me was on a spotlight. Whatever me and Carlos talked about, we talked about, aka Husky. So today I have a few simple topics that I wrote down that have been in my mind. Something I just want to explore more too. Sometimes I write down topics for me to think about later. When I say think about, I mean just come on here and do a Don Talks. Because I'm pretty much just thinking out loud, expanding these ideas, giving the twofolds of the idea. Because sometimes I don't know where I sit with some things that I write down. I don't know if I should stand on, one side of the coin. Because you don't ever look. I could think about the topics quickly in my head and go with the obvious answer, right? Which most people do, and usually that answer is like the answer with least repercussions on it, if that makes sense. So let's do something real easy. This one's probably not easy, but it's the most common. I'm vegan because I like to save animals. And then the other side of the coin is I eat meat. Damn, that was a bad example. But I don't really know which side of the coin to really ever stand on unless I really think about it and go in depth in it, in my own thought and saying things out loud. Because sometimes, look, things sound fucking awesome in your head, right? But then when you say it out loud to someone, then when you put it in real life circumstance, that shit doesn't play out. And that's where the term it sounds good on paper comes from, like on paper, like that sounds like a good idea, but in all actuality, like that's not the case. So brings me right into this first topic. Is everything you make, should it go out? Should it be released? And let's start here. I know some of you guys instantly are saying, yes, you got to put out everything you make, blah, blah, blah. Who cares if it's not as good, this and that. You're definitely right. But take a step back real quick. Look at this in a bigger perspective, and not just as someone who's just starting to release music, right? And just needs to get all the attention as possible, all the eyes, all the ears. So you got to put stuff out. You got to put content out. So yeah, it makes sense. And yeah, it might not be the best work in that case. And people are going to tell you just because it's not your best work doesn't mean some people won't like it, and that's a big argument. And at a point, that's correct to a point, I think. But like, if you really like I said, on paper, that shit sounds good, but in reality, that's a stupid way to go about things. And I don't know if stupid is the right way to say it, but not everything you make music wise needs to be put out. Need People need to hear it. That's not the case with everything you make. And sometimes it shouldn't be. Honestly, with most things in life, you shouldn't share to everyone. And that's what causes issues sometimes. But like let's look at it in terms of, let's keep it on music, right? So let's keep it in terms of music. Right? All right, so let's keep it in terms of music. So say I've been constantly producing for a long time, and this is about to be my fourth project or so within the last 2 years. It's not too bad, right? That's a pretty consistent 4 projects, 2 years. That's 2 projects a year. I'm not saying how many tracks are in them. I'm just giving a rough estimate. That's not bad, right? Now, what if I'm like, oh, I have another project. I should release this too. It's in my head. It's a great project. How do I objectively look at that project compared to all my other projects? It's very hard to tell yourself, like, wait, my last 4 projects have been good. Is this project gonna be good too? You're just thinking you're on a roll, like, and maybe this project is a little different. And in your mind, you think it's different. It's amazing different. And it could be, but not to the point of it's different and it's amazing. It's just different. So people just raise eyebrows and then just be like, damn, was that it for him? Is he just not putting out, is he just putting stuff out to put out now? And you don't, sometimes that could really be a detriment to yourself. Uh, like say now, let me relate it to another thing. And this is something you see constantly. Someone will find a track that got traction, or I'll put out a release that's a little bit different than most of my tracks, right? And now it got traction, it got buzz, and it got it quick. In my mind, I'm thinking, oh, maybe I need to make this track again in a different way. So I keep doing that. And this next tracks I release didn't get as much buzz, but it still got almost the same amount of buzz because people are like, oh, cool. He kind of does this, right? And then I do it again, and then I realize it's not as much traction as anything I did. And it's still in the same realm of those last 2 tracks. It should have done just as good. Then I'm thinking, okay, maybe this one, maybe I just didn't do this version right. So I'm making another version of this style song, thinking it's going to pop again. And it doesn't. And now you're just thinking in your head, damn, where did I go wrong? I think the place where you went wrong is I need to release these tracks. Like I need to release. I need to release. And let me relate to everyone that makes music, because I know you've been in this cycle before. You make something great that everyone likes. Not everyone, but you see that people really fuck with it. You put it out, and now you try to chase that again. And then you make something that's not that. And it's like a cycle of I make something that's that, and then I put another thing else out that I think is that, and another thing out that I think is that song that's gonna pop, and it doesn't. And then maybe down the line another track pops or something, or maybe it doesn't because of your attempts at something, and now you're just in this funk of fuck, what doesn't work, what's not working. I think the problem was you didn't have no one overseeing your shit and being like, nah, just don't do, like, as much shit as people try to give on labels and stuff like that. or on labels, on A&Rs, on managers. Like as much shit as people try to give on those people when you hear the artist say they don't want me to release my music. What if we know the music is going to hurt your brand? What about that? Have you ever thought about that? What do you want more? Do you want your brand to succeed more, or do you want your song to succeed more? You know? And I'm only putting this in I'm only saying this to the people that are doing that. If you don't care about if your music sells or anything like that, why are you even listening? You know, if you're just putting out music to put it out, then why do you care about your streams? Why do you care about social media? Why do you care about going to all these shows? You would just put it out on YouTube or something and let the ether find it. You know, if you're really that much of a music purist, like no one's that. At the end of the day, we're all in this for the same reason. So we're working at this for the same reason. It's for you to your name, your idea, your artistic view to be seen as something amazing and great to the masses and stuff like that. At the end of the day, don't bullshit yourself. Like that's just what this is. That's if you're an artist, there's something in you where it says I want to show the world that I'm the best, or I want to show the world my best and this and that. And sometimes you don't know what your best is. So like how and if you did, then if you think you always know what your best work is, I'm sorry, you're a little off. You're a little delusional. I don't know what to tell you, but like you need opinions from people. Like maybe you'll know, yeah, I made this song, this is the one, and you put it out and it's the one. But not everyone you say is the one is gonna be the one. And I will 100% not guarantee you. I don't think you could ever go up to. I don't think you'll find any artist, any producer, anybody that been like, yeah, every one that I said was the one was the one. That's bullshit. Bullshit. And I know that for a fact. I mean, I get it. That's an arrogant fucking thing to say. But I mean, if you could give me an example of someone that says everything they put out was it and was it, I ain't saying shit to you, bro. But until then, I don't know. So it's like, and I'm only saying that to say like you don't always know your best work, and sometimes you need someone close to you, someone with a different mindset, someone that has a great mindset as something else, and that you just might have a good mindset. And I actually wanted to lead this into the next topic, which is, do you know your weaknesses? And can you outwardly say it? Like, oh, I'm weak in this area, or I'm weak in this area, or there's this about this that I'm really not good at. Because there's people out there that won't vocalize that shit. That'll be arrogant and be like, oh no, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, no, 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 no. Oh no, that's what I meant. And they'll just be bullshitting themselves in their head. And you just gotta look at that and be like, you just got to take the bullshit away. I get it. Like you don't want to seem like you don't know shit sometimes. But would you rather not know shit and then know it? Or would you rather not know shit and continuing not to know shit because you say you got it? You feel me? So I feel like that not knowing your weaknesses all play into not knowing whether you should release your music or not, or whether there's some shit you should be releasing, or whether this track that I just made, should I release it now or should I work on it? Or you need opinions, you feel me? In everything, in every aspect. I don't care in if you're the best stylist, right? All right, let's say this. You're the best stylist. Let's take this away from music. You know how to style yourself the best, right? And no one's going to tell you nothing. But there's going to be some days where you're like, damn, am I even, or am I just looking wild out here? You feel me? And then let's take this a step further. Let's say because this stylist thinks she's the best stylist in the world, She's gonna think, okay, at everything I do, I'm gonna be at least this good at it. That's not the case. Let's put that stylist in a long form interview, in a long form podcast, or in something else that doesn't have to do with their eye, and let's see how they hold up. And I'm not saying they're gonna do bad, but I'm saying that they're not gonna be at a level that other people are because they do this. And that goes into when you make music. I directly say that to say when you make music and you need help, or you're putting out your track with artwork, right? Make sure you show that artwork to an artist, someone that you admire that does really great work, or compare it to the people that you look up to in the scene, and then think, okay, is this artwork right here something I could see them putting out, or something I could see that caliber of an artist put out? And you really gotta like psychoanalyze that shit, like at the end of the day, or pay someone to do it for you. That's what I'm getting at. Don't pay someone like you don't. I don't want you to do all that. At the end of the day, I want you to focus on the music, at the creation of the music, and then you tell me the ideas, and then you go to the artist that you trust. Hopefully, you trust that you could say, "Look, I'm weak at this, but this person over here, damn, he does it so great. Let me go tap in over here real quick." And tap in with him and let him know, hey, bro, I can't really do this, but you think you can make my vision come true because you do it dope? And if he sees that you do what he does just in music, bro, like it's that bond right there, bro. It's not, you don't need to be the best at everything. Be the best at one thing, and then the best at other things are gonna come to you for the best. You feel me? So don't try to be the best at this. Don't try to be the best at that. Don't try to do it yourself. And I feel like that's where I'm trying to get at. Like, I see so many people try to do this shit themselves. Like they're the person that's gonna make it all happen. That's not the case, bro. Just be good at your one thing that you've spent your whole life doing. Be good at that. Because once you're undeniable at that, bro, who cares about anything else? You're undeniable, you know? And maybe, and I'm not saying you can't be undeniable at one, two, three, or four different things, right? Because you definitely can. But I'm just saying, just because you're good at music doesn't mean you're good at music marketing. Just because you're good at marketing music doesn't mean you'll be good at making music or singing. Just because you're a good graphic designer doesn't mean you're gonna be the best social media marketer. Like that. Just because you're smart in one area, yeah, some of these things overlap. I get it. A lot of those things, a lot of organization skills and stuff like that, they overlap in each of these film fields. But still, I'd rather get someone better than me to do that, because I know how much attention and detail I spend on making music. Or like honestly, I spend a lot of time on scratching. Like if I could, if I said I had skills at something, I'd say scratching is one of my skills that I'm confident with now. That I put hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, bro, into, where I could go into a room with some of the best people and be like, I belong, right? I think I could. I'm next to y'all. You feel me? And there's some of you guys out there that are that. But don't let that ego in that spread into everything. Let people help. Um yeah. True. True, true, true. That was a little rant real quick. A little, make sure you don't release everything, and maybe get someone to oversee your shit. Or at least ask a few people. Don't just ask one or two people because they're yes men and they're gonna fucking. I fucking hate when people send shit to. My bad. I hate. I don't like using the word hate because hate's a strong word. I don't like using the L word because that's a strong word. You know. So like, I don't hate no one. I strongly dislike when people go to certain people because they know they're gonna gas them. They know they're gonna get a certain reaction. This is what I do with my music when I send it out when I want critiques. I send it to the people that I know are gonna shit on it. Because and you know what? I go into it arrogant as fuck. And that's where I think and that's where my ego gets bruised a little. That I go into to sending my music, knowing I'm gonna get critiqued with it, right? Knowing I'm sending it for critiques. But I'm like, yeah, yeah, they gonna listen to this one. They gonna listen to this whip right here. Yeah, they ain't gonna find nothing wrong with this. Yeah, what's up, V1? And then I get a whole 3 paragraphs back of what the fuck was wrong with it. And my ego is a little bruised. I'm like, you right. So then I just go back and fucking, work on it some more. And I take it, bro. Like, I just don't think some people like to eat the bullet for shit, bro. Like, who cares? You're wrong. So fucking what? And guess what? People might make fun of you for it. So fucking what? This is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to make mistakes. People are supposed to laugh at the mistakes they make, or else you're just gonna harbor on everything and regret everything, and you know. So yeah, true. Uh, what's it called? So the other weekend, we had the. You know what? I don't. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I say we sometimes, and I really don't like saying we because I do nothing, nothing at all when it comes to low end stuff, and that's what I'm talking about. We had a show. I said we had a show. Low end had a show. The rooftop. I believe it's called Base Wars, and that shit was fun. That shit was amazing. That shit was a vibe. Shout out to everyone that played that night. I showed up at like 10ish, so everybody like 10:30ish. So everybody from 10:30 and on, y'all fucking killed it. It was a vibe all night. Honestly, I have no type of complaints. Like y'all heard my complaints on the last one, and this one definitely it was nice. It was a vibe. Shout out to all the people that came out. Um, yeah, all the homies that came out, vibing and kicking it. It was really cool. And shout out to all the people that were weirdos that night too, because y'all know who you were. Like y'all be on some weird shit. But I mean, hey, vibe out. You feel me? This is all I'm gonna do about it. I'm not gonna say no names, no nothing. Just it is what it is. Um, but yeah, it was a good night. And yeah, like I said, my association with low end. Uh, it's not much. I don't do much. Show up. Sometimes I help Husky with um I don't know. If he asks me for something, I got it. But it's not much. Um yeah, they handle everything. Jose and Husky, they hold all that shit down. If anything, I'm just reposting the post and making sure we vibe out and shit, like that's pretty much all I do. And yeah, well, I mean, I could tell you the reason why I was associated with low end, or am associated with low end. So when they had started, I had moved to Arizona for a few reasons: school, a bunch of other personal stuff, mental stuff. Like I had to move. Um, and then they had through like 1, 2 shows, and I had came to I want to say the second one and then the third one, and then I remember Carlos asking me if I wanted to be a part of it and all that. And at that time, I was not. I wasn't even living in Moreno Valley in California, and I'm not the type of person that is gonna slap my name on something and just say I'm there and not do nothing. If that makes sense. Like and Carlos and Jose, I've known them since forever. Carlos is like the best homie, the best friend. You feel me? He's the homie, and we started doing EDM shit around the same time. At that time, I was full on in EDM, except I had just moved, like literally just moved for like a couple months at that time. I had moved for 2 years and then I came back, but yeah, and I had told him like just at that time it wasn't a great headspace for me. And I knew I wasn't gonna be in California. I knew I was gonna be gone. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do much. Like I knew that. And like I said, I don't want to slap my name on something just to say I'm a part of it. Like I don't want that. I want to do something with my hands. I want to have fun making shit and then putting my name on it and being like, yeah, I helped build this. Like I like that. I like saying I could do that. I'm not someone that's gonna take credit for something I don't do nothing for. And that's pretty much the gist of what I had told him at the time. I was like, look, I'm pretty sure I told him um I don't remember how that conversation went. It was a long time ago. We were faded in the car. It was one of those us getting high, smoking conversations and stuff like that. And I said nah. 'Cause like I said, I couldn't help or anything like that. So then I went to Arizona, did my schooling, came back 2 years later, and then started helping Husky with his project and started managing him. And that's when I did get associated with Lowen actually, because if I was gonna represent Husky in any type of way, um, I just wanted to make sure that I could uh, like use his low end name for emails and stuff like that. You know, like that's something that I don't feel comfortable doing unless I have permission from, you know, not only Husky because it's not only his and Jose. So then, yeah, things went how they did, and yeah, they associated me with all the shows, and um, yeah, I showed up when I could for setup at the times, but you know, it's not much. I don't do much, and I don't give myself credit. I don't like giving myself credit for a lot of things. So yeah, so that's how I'm associated with Lowen. I don't have any say in anything for the most part. I just kick it in the Lose the Tempo studio. This is something that is part mine and part Carlos's, you know. So it's something that I'm comfortable saying like, oh yeah, I'm building this. I'm help building this, and this is something that's real near and dear to my heart, as much as Lowen is too, because that community is amazing and I love it, and I'm glad that it's there for all the people that enjoy that EDM nightlife, and for all those up and coming DJs and those headliners that are coming out here, and everyone being able to associate with each other and connect and all that. I love it. I love the atmosphere, bro. That's what I do. That's why I like doing the Lose the Tempo, bro. I like talking to you guys, people that really like to talk. Um, and and yeah, I forgot where I had stemmed that from, but I know I did want to lead into and this honestly touches on everything I've been talking about. Associating yourself with sloppiness. You know, like that's something I think about a lot. Something I don't like to do. It's something that I do constantly, but because I don't know any better. And sometimes it's because I don't like to reach out and ask for help. But yeah, that's what it is. I don't really like to reach out for help, especially if I think I could do it and see, look, that's that whole mindset of someone could do it better, right? But it's a little more than that. Um, doing lose the tempo. I understand a lot of the first episodes, a lot of the content we've been putting up and stuff. Like before, like a year ago. A year ago, we've been doing this for almost 2 years now. Um, it took us a while to get to the point where we're at now. Like I really like where we're at now. We got a system going on. Thumbnails are working. Clips are going up really cool. You guys are fucking with that. There's still more we got to do, but like I realized along the way that this isn't just a platform that I want to just have just to say I have it. I don't want to just put a random mic up, a random webcam up, and not make it look like we really care. Because I realized that I could associate my name outside of the Zion Don name or outside of the Zion Don project. Like I could associate my government with this channel, and um, I'm at the point where I know that I could do this for someone else, or I could go work somewhere and do this and for someone, and that's gonna want my time and that's gonna want me to do this for them. I feel like I know that's out there for me, but I know once I get into that, once I start doing it for someone for money like that, they're gonna want me to associate all my time into them to make their vision pop, and I'll have less to do with this. And I don't want that yet. I want to get this all the lose the tempo shit to the level of those people, and then dip, and then have my homies have this platform, not have the platform, but continue a platform. And I want to be able to associate myself with lose the tempo, and have my name just cemented as the lose the tempo dude, and be able to leave EDM. That's not like to say that I don't love EDM and I don't want it to be my end all be all, because I might come back, but I don't want this to be it for me. You know, I have bigger aspirations, and I'm not saying the aspirations of an EDM producer isn't big, because that's big too. But at the level I'm trying to aspire to, being the biggest EDM artist in the world, and that's not something I really aspire to. I aspire to making amazing music that I love, and all the people that hear it could fuck with it. I aspire to go out to get booked for DJ gigs for my name, for my work, and for the shit I do. That's it. And if I could do that and make a living off of that, I won. And then I'm gonna use that to pogo stick myself to a bunch of different other places, fam. Like I do media. I want to do media shit. Like this is so fun, being able to just pop a camera up, pop a mic up, and start talking about shit. I've been doing this since fucking high school. Like chilling with the homies, talking about EDM, and then talking about life. That's what a podcast is. You feel me? Like I could chill, smoke up, start talking to people, and then find common interests, and then spark ideas, and then even like start partnerships with some of the people we talk to, because that's all this game is about. This media game, this industry game, this this music, this the entertainment business. It's all about connecting with people, finding common interests at what you're amazing at, making content, being entertaining, and just keeping the circle fucking going, you know? And that's what we need more of, especially in EDM, because there's no real EDM culture. Like it's still called electric at the Grammys. Electric music or electronic music. That's what it's called still. Like I don't know, like do we have award shows for EDM? Like, we have the BETs, we have like the country music award, like we have all that shit. Is EDM pop? It's not. Where are these rhythm? It's probably gonna see. This is why we do this. This is why I love doing this. Being able to talk, being able to rant, and that quickly, bam, idea sparks. Lose the Tempo is gonna have one of those very soon. I don't know when. It's. I don't mind judging people. I don't on their music. I don't mind judging not people. I don't mind judging music. I really don't, especially because I make it, and I've made some heartfelt music, fam. I've made some hard, aggressive. Like I know where you gotta dip into, like the feelings and the emotions you gotta dip into to make certain music. You know. So I'm comfortable listening to something and trying to judge it in the best way possible. I'm not ever here to shit on it and be like, "This is ass. You're a horrible person because you made this." Da, 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 da. Nah, I'm gonna tell you. Look, you probably didn't spend too much time on this. You probably have other things working, because that's shit I could see, or I think I could see. I could take context clues from a bunch of shit. Like it, that you could do the same. I don't know what the fuck you're depicting from my life just from watching this video. Y'all doing it, I could do it too. And I'm just being 100 about it because I have to be, or else everything's bullshit. I don't like the whole fake it till you make it shit. Nah, nah, just work at it till you make it. Grind until you make it. Because you're not faking it. You're grinding it. She. Yeah, 43 minutes. So, I think I got one last topic to touch on. But you know what? We're gonna get into another Flume track, because, bro, Flume killed the album. Fuck that shit. We'll go back to it right now. Are we gonna do this one? Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Yeah, shout out Flume. Wow. Fuck. Holy shit. Shout out Flume, bro. Shout out Flume. So let's just jump into palaces, bro. Yeah, Palaces. Flume's album. I was real hard on it. I'm not gonna lie. Coming into this album, I had really, 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 really high expectations. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's no bullshitting this for me. And he exceeded every single one of them. Yeah, yeah. This was an amazing album from top to bottom. Uh, I'm gonna say this again, um, because I think it's 100% true. I could have gone without OnlyFans. OnlyFans is something that I could live without. For as beautiful as this album was, we did not need a track called OnlyFans. Other than that, I've listened to this album more than I've listened to any album this year. And that's fucking insane. Especially because it's an EDM album. album. You don't I don't usually find myself listening to a lot of EDM albums like that because they're usually not done this great. Aside from I'm gonna say Alice in Wonderland, I still want to do a deep dive on her album. It's really emotional. Alice in Wonderland. Same thing with Flume, but Flume's emotion is shown a little different on his album. On Alice in Wonderland's album, it's very literal, as in like she's vocalizing it and then using the drops and stuff to complement her vocals and stuff. Whereas Flume, he's using his drops and synth work and sound design to show his emotions, and he's using the vocals to complement it. Like, if that makes sense. Flume's going into this album as a producer. You feel me? Like, as someone that makes beats, that does sound design. Whereas Alice in Wonderland's coming into it a vocalist and a producer. And I'm reiterating that again, like I've said it on past episodes, because you don't know the difference of just producing versus singing into a microphone. Yeah, you could sing in your car. You could sing next to someone, right? But like sing along to a song. You're not really singing. You're not really emotionally feeling that song at that moment. You're feeling an emotion, and then you're letting that emotion, outwards and repeating what they're saying. But you're not taking their emotion, and with every word, something hits. Every word, something hits, or every other word, or every line, something hits. And they're singing when someone goes into the booth, when a singer, rapper, whatever it is, they go into a booth, they're feeling it. It's a chill that you get almost. Like, it's different than you producing your music, because you get a feeling. Like, there's some times where you make a drop, that first 4 bars come in, and you're just like, you just gotta take a step back. Like, you just like, oh fuck, like, I just did that. Like, there's that for the producer, but it's different feelings of the same sort of still making music. It's just a little different. It's hard to explain. It really is. But yeah, Flume really exceeded my expectations. I compared it to Worlds, Porter Robinson's album in 2019. Uh, or no, I don't think it was 2019. I think it was way before that. I might be tripping. He was 19. Um, Nah, Flume did that. This is gonna be an album I put up there with Worlds now. Carlos did though mention something. He was like, "I need to go to a Flume show now," and I would like to second that opinion. He's correct with that. I gotta go to a Flume show now for sure. Um, yeah, and I think that's been another episode of Don Talks. Didn't get into too much today. I got into a few things that people get misconstrued a little bit, I guess you could say. Um, I don't know. I'm just giving devil's advocate to a lot of this shit because someone needs to say it, and not a lot of people be saying it. People don't want their feelings together. I don't know. I guess it sucks to have reality hit you in the face a little bit, but I'd rather face it than run away from it. Feel me? Yeah, it's been another episode of Don Talks, episode 4. I'm your man, the guy, the dude, the person, Zion Don. I'll see y'all later. Late. Fuck, what am I gonna give y'all? I was supposed to say late, and then a song was supposed to come on. Okay. Let's do this one. All right. Late.